Hello, good people, once again. I came to the realization that while I did show how to get GPS coordinates with the phone, I actually never showed it with the desktop experience, as in the PC, the Mac, whatever it is that you use. This is important because the using coordinates is the best way to get anywhere. And here's why. Let me just, actually I'll zoom in a little bit here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so HEB supermarket, and I'll just turn on satellite view. Now, one thing that phone apps just love to do that I can't stand. In fact, I hate this feature. I'm even hesitant to call it a feature. Is this thing called Snap to Road. If you don't know what that is, you might have run into this if you tried using a phone app for navigation. Is if you want to say, okay, I want to enter right, let's just say here, I want this spot to be my destination. The app will not let you. It'll snap to the closest road right here. Or maybe on the wrong side, on this side. That's a snap to road. It's very annoying. And there's no way to disable it. As much as I love TomTom, and I do, their both Amigo and their regular Go app does that crap last that I knew. Now, it's been a while since I've used a TomTom app because they don't have sat navs in the United States anymore, standalone models. All you have is the app. But the deal is that snap to road really, really annoyed me. Even when I entered a set of coordinates, it would just always snap to road. Ridiculously annoying. This is not a problem on a Garmin, of course. Doesn't matter whether you're using a Nuvi from 2007 or a modern DriveSmart, 66, 76, or 86. When you punch in coordinates, it will go exactly there. So for those of you that say, well, I like the Garmin, but it doesn't know where my house is, or it doesn't know where this new apartment complex is. It doesn't know the name of the road yet, or somewhere along those lines. Well, you can defeat all that, or not defeat it. You can get around it. You just use coordinates. If you use it all the time, which I do, whenever I'm going someplace new, yeah, you will go exactly to that spot. So we'll use this as an example. So I've got the HEB supermarket right here, and we'll just say I want to enter right here, exactly here. Now, right now I'm using Google Maps. I simply right click, and there are my coordinates. Now this is latitude and longitude. This is all you need to know about this. The first number, if it is positive, that's north. If it is a negative number, that's south. And the only reason you need to know this is that when you are putting in coordinates into the Garmin, you will see on the latitude field that you can choose north or south. Now, ordinarily, it will be on the one that you want, but that's what that means. And this one, if it is a positive number, that's east, and if it's a negative number, west. So this is a negative number, so this is north 33,15461, west 96,84768. And do you need all these digits? No. All you need is you need the first two, and then after the decimal point, the first four. That is actually enough resolution. You don't even need 5, but you do need to round it up. So this one we don't need to round up, so it would be 33,154,6. Some Garmin's you put in 5 digits after the decimal, and some you put in 6. So for those last digits, just put zeros. So this would be 331546 0, or if you have a newer one with 6-digit input, 154600. And on this one, well, we do round it up, so it would be 9684777, and then either 84770 or 00. So if it's an older model with a 5-digit input after the decimal, 9684760. If it's a 6-digit after the decimal point, 9684760, and it will go right to this spot, exactly there. Great. So that's Google Maps, but if you're using Bing Maps, it's the same thing. So if I zoom in here, and I should see that, where is that thing? Oh, you know what I can do? I can right click and copy this and just punch it into Bing. There we go. And I'll zoom in, get rid of this, put on my satellite view. Okay, so here's that same spot. I just right click, and you'll notice that on Bing it gives you 6 digits after the decimal. Again, you only need the first 4 and then just round up. So 33154600, 9684776, and because of where I clicked, I don't have to round up, so 84760, and that would be it. With OpenStreetMap.org, unfortunately, a right-click does not give me coordinates, but it is in the address bar. The way to do this is slightly convoluted, but I'll show you anyway. Because you might prefer to use OpenStreetMap.org, and if you do, I'll show you how it's done. So I right-click and left-click copy for this off of Bing Maps. And I'm just going to right click in the search field, paste as plain text. There is the spot. Okay. Now I don't have a satellite view on OpenStreetMap, which is fine. But what I'll do is I'm going to just find the spot where I want to enter, which is right here, and I right click, and the first thing I do is center map here. And you'll notice that the coordinates change. Now what I can do with this is just zoom out by clicking the negative button on the far right side, and do it again and again and again. You see how now it's 5 digits after the decimal. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. Now it's 4. 331545 968476. So this one does the rounding for you. Kind of neat. Let's see if it actually got the right spot. So I'm gonna copy this, go back over to Google, paste that, get rid of this, put in a comma. Let's see if it's the right spot. Oh, just about. Just about. Well, it's a little bit in the ditch, but still, that is pretty much the right spot. It's only because I didn't have the satellite view. But I can do that, though. I can go to any part of the map here on OpenStreetMap, center it first, and then just keep backing out with, if I do the mouse wheel thing, it sometimes will, see how the map moves when I do that? Yeah, see, we can't do that. You have to pick a spot and then use the buttons on the right side. So actually we'll go to McKinney over here. And one that I actually know by heart, or at least I should, I believe it's right here. Is this the Dunkin' Donuts? Oh, there it is. I know this is Dunkin' Donuts right here, because the Walgreens is right here and Eldorado's right here, which is, yeah, there's a 7-Eleven there, and I know right here is Dunkin' Donuts. But anyway, I will just right click here, center map here. Okay. Again, we've got 6 digits after the decimal right here, so I'm just going to back out until it gets down to, there we go, 4. And 331674 966660. Ooh, a little evil. Okay, copy. Oh, this is actually good. What happens if you actually have a 0 at the end here? Well, you just keep adding zeros. That's it. I'll use Bing this time. Paste in here. Get rid of that slash, change to a comma. Press enter. And I will zoom in here, and yeah. Again, I didn't have satellite view, so it's almost on the spot. But if I change this over to road view, yeah, that is what I picked. Just about. When you have 4 digits after the decimal, I mean, if you want to get super precise, use 5. I honestly don't know why Garmin changed it over to 6. You really don't need it. Honestly, you can get really precise with just 5 digits after the decimal. 6 is ridiculously precise. Oh, speaking of which, you will notice something too. That if you, okay, if I take this, let me just bring this in and get rid of that. Okay, if I right click anything on Bing Maps and I copy this, it will copy exactly what you see, which is latitude and longitude with 6 digits after the decimal point. But if you do that with Google and I right click this and left click to copy and I paste this elsewhere, it's ginormous. They put a ridiculous amount of numbers after the decimal point. Now, to Google's credit, very nice that they give something that precise, but we can't even enter this into a Garmin. You don't even need anything this precise. All you need is 4. You get 5 if you want to get really precise, and you do 6 if you want to get ultra precise. So what I have to do with this is just keep, back this down to 4. So it's 1, 5, 4, 6, and I can just get rid of all this stuff because I don't need to round up that one. This one I do, there's a 5, so this would be A477 right there. And on a Garmin, it would be north 331456, west 96.8477. And if I do that, I can even enter it as such in here, and it will take me, put the satellite back on. Yeah, there it is. With 4 digits after the decimal, you only lose, okay, you don't lose anything. You're only off by about 10 feet, something like that. Or if you're a metric person, 1 to 2 meters. That's it. That's all you lose. I said lose again. That's all you're off by if you use 4 digits instead of 5. The nice thing about using 4 is that if you use them enough, you can almost commit them to memory, as in remember it in your head, because how many digits is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 digits. We can remember phone numbers. Those are 10 digits, right? So you can do 12. Now, what would happen if it was, and yeah, I might as well show this. What if we go with a lower resolution and we do 3 digits after instead of 4? Okay, so you see this. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see that better. Okay, well, what happens if I do that? If I get rid of this, rid of this. Yeah, see, it jumped way off from here to there. And if you go to 2 digit, it goes even further off. You need, at bare minimum, 4. I tested this myself many times to say, okay, what is as low as I can go and still get precise enough? And the answer is 4 digits after the decimal when doing longitude and latitude coordinates with decimal degrees. So anyway, there you go. All right, if you're going to plan a trip and you want exact coordinates so that the Garmin takes you exactly where you want to go, well, enter coordinates manually for that. You can use any one of these 3, Google Maps, Bing Maps, OpenStreetMap. They will all give you the information that you need. See ya.